Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Go. So this is a tell me.
Right, so this is the tell me part of the show me tell me. Right, so I'm just going to ask you the questions, okay?
But I'm in here so close to the thing I need to do, so I may as well just show
Let
you.
me just.
And I will tell.
No, you tell me. So let's just start with number one. So tell
Hang
me.
on, because we got in because it was the light. If this isn't to do with the light, you might need to be outside the car.
No, but we'll start again.
Go on then.
Right, because this is what you do. We'd be on our driving test, wouldn't we? Okay. And I'd be the examiner, and I'd go, tell me how you check the brakes are working before you start a journey. So tell me. Just tell me.
Without showing you, even though I'm in the car. You would just apply pressure to the brake pad with your foot.
Wrong.
And no.
Yeah.
What do you mean wrong?
No, because
Okay, and what else was I going to
So
say?
the brakes should not feel spongy or slack. Brakes should be tested as you set off. Vehicles should not pull to one
but
side.
You didn't say that.
No, I said
you didn't
tell
say
me.
how they feel. You said how do you know if they're okay?
I said
And you
tell
would
me how
check
you
them.
check that the brakes are working before
Yeah,
you
but
start.
then you went on
the
to
journey.
say they're spongy in that.
That's the answer.
Describing them.
That's the answer.
Yeah, I think that's an answer to the wrong question. I would check the
Mate,
brakes.
this is not
right?
the government website.
You would obviously, like I did miss out the bit. You would slightly. No, wait a minute. I'm
Alright,
telling you.
let's do it
I
now.
would slightly go forward, but I can't show you that because I only meant to tell you.
Right.
And then you'd apply your foot to the brake. Obviously, for safety, you wouldn't get out and check all the brake lights.
So next one.
Go on.
Tell me where you'd find the information for the recommended tyre pressures for this car and how the pressures should be checked.
Show you or tell you?
This is tell me.
Even though I could show you.
You're on the tell me bit.
Right.
Just tell me. You don't have to show me
So
it.
what? Then we do all the questions again, and I've got to show you.
No. Then there's a show me part when we get to 14.
What, on different questions?
No, well, yeah, different ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, without showing you, there's a sticker. It's hard not to show you when I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're supposed to tell me. This is
I
the
am
whole
telling
part.
you. There's a sticker in the door, and that tells you the recommended tyre pressure. No one will have one of these, so forget
Like
that. Hang on a
ever.
minute. Hang on a minute, forget that. You could have a reliable tyre pressure. Use your entire inflation kit, because that will give you a PSI. won't
So,
it?
manufacturer's guide. Use a reliable pressure gauge, which you don't have to get from a garage. Check and adjust pressures when the tyres are cold. No one ever does that. Who checks their tyres? Once
Yeah,
they
but
pass
that's
the
the answer,
test.
apparently.
Yeah, when tyres are cold, don't forget spare tyre. So don't forget to check your spare tyre every
Well,
time.
you don't have one.
Yeah. Remember to
Most
read-
cars don't have spare tyres now.
You have to buy one. That's
When
where
was
they get
this
you.
written?
I don't know. It's the government website. Remember to refit valve caps. Okay, right. Number 3. Tell me how you make sure your head restraint is correctly adjusted so it provides the best protection in the event of a crash. So don't show me. Tell me how you do that. And we're in the car.
You use a button to adjust it higher or lower so that your head rests on it.
Okay. So
Is that correct?
the head. This is the specific
I'm
answer.
going to get my licence taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I said Davis is good at it because he's.
Did they
he's-
talk to you this much while you're bloody driving?
This is the test. So the head restraint should be adjusted so the rigid part of the head restraint is at least as high as the eyes or top of the ears and as close to the back of the head as is comfortable. Note, some restraints might not be adjustable.
This is mental stuff, isn't it? So we're telling people stuff we don't even believe in.
We don't do any of this.
We do believe in it. It's just you haven't done your test for a very,
No,
very long
genuinely,
time.
that just is mental.
Right, next.
So you've got to explain about the headrest thing.
Yeah.
But then
but
it says, but it might not be the case.
But they might not be adjustable.
There might not be any.
Don't
they
add
might
that
not be
last
adjustable,
bit.
but you just got to tell them that if you were to get in a car, they could be adjustable.
They're literally just looking for buzzword. They just want to hear it. It's all vehicle
Yeah, okay,
safety
let's-
questions.
Right. Tell me how you check the tyres to ensure that they have sufficient tread depth and that their general condition is safe to use on the road.
You would use a tyre depth contraption that you'd hopefully have on your human, because I always carry mine, like my torch. No, seriously, because this is a safety question. You would use a tyre depth thing.
Have you got one though?
What's that?
You have no demonstration right now, so You are literally just telling
So
me
do
how
I
you do
lose
this.
points for showing you?
I have no idea.
It seems mental.
mate, I
Like,
don't have any
physically in
idea.
the car.
I have
The
no
funny
on then,
thing
tell
is,
me
in
then.
your test, well, I say it's funny. So if you
Yeah,
did
stop
get
saying these are
both
funny bits,
wrong,
they're not, this is serious.
yeah, it's serious. If you did get both wrong, you'd get a minor. You wouldn't fail your test. But
So you get a minor.
So
for everything you get
I
wrong.
would fail.
So
before
you
do
know-
that.
How many minors?
Go on,
how
can we
many-
do the
No, hold on. How many minors can you get until it becomes a major?
Until
I
say you're not
if I
even
remember
setting
correctly,
off
if you
your
get 4 minors the exact same thing, your test is done. But you are allowed up to 14 minors throughout your whole test. If you do pass with 13 minors, then personally I'd say you shouldn't be on the road. But there we are.
If you fail at this point,
Pass
do
it,
they
pass
let you pull off? Do they bother? Or they just say, look,
No, mate,
you're
you
going to
ain't
have
got
to
to
go back to the drawing board, watch the PB card again.
Yeah. Watch these two.
Or have you? That's
Watch
this is
these
why
two.
you failed.
Watch these two. They have no idea. Don't
No,
do
yeah,
what these
no.
boys do.
This is written in like 1970.
Yeah, 2015.
Actually, that was long enough ago, actually. 2015.
No, it's not either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me how you check the headlights and tail lights are working. You don't need to exit the vehicle. You don't need to exit the vehicle for this one.
But you don't need to, but could I?
No.
No? Would I lose points for that?
Yeah.
Would I actually? Even though we're stationary?
They'd be like, you don't need to get out. This is the tell me part. This is the tell
I
me
just feel
part.
like it's more effective.
Yeah, I know, but that's
alright,
the
so
whole
tell
thing.
you, the brake lights.
The headlights,
The
and the
headlights.
tail lights.
So you would use the light switch on this car. I won't show you. You use the light switch
Cool.
to adjust them.
So explain you'd operate the switch.
Explain you operate the switch. Hopefully there's something reflected in front of you. You can see that they work.
Turn on the ignition if necessary, then walk around the... No, you don't have to see if there's something
I
reflective.
can't show you that.
No, you're not supposed to. This is just you
Oh.
telling me.
So tell you how I would show you.
Yes.
Oh, now that makes sense to me. I can do that.
Then walk around the vehicle.
Yeah.
As this is the tell me
Part,
question,
yeah.
you don't need to
do
physically
it.
check.
You will
the
lose
lights.
points. It is mental. That.
Right, next one. Tell me how you'd know if there was a problem with your anti-lock braking system. Mate, this is a quiz. We'd fail massively.
The brakes wouldn't apply properly, would they?
Warning light should illuminate if there's a fault.
Yeah, there would be a warning light. No, but come on, you didn't really let me answer the. You didn't give me time, did you? How many? Do you have a certain amount of time as well to answer? There's a lot of pressure on people these days to pass, isn't there?
Let me do number
Isn't that
7.
mental?
Let me do number 7. This is great.
Nerves as heck going out.
Tell me how you check the direction indicators are working. This one's an easy one. Do not exit the
The
vehicle.
indicators.
Yeah. Explain how you do
So
it.
you would use the indicator switch.
Yeah.
You'd obviously see the indicator illuminate on your dashboard, and you'd then walk around the car, doing both sides, and check that they were flashing.
Buzzing. So explain you'd
Not
operate the
buzzing,
switch,
yeah, okay.
turn on the ignition if necessary, and then walk around the
obviously
vehicle.
ignition, yeah. If you-
As this is a tell me question,
Don't
you
do
don't
it.
need to
Just don't
physically
do
check
it.
the light.
We ain't
Just
got
don't-
time.
No, we ain't got time.
'Cause
We've got
there's
to stay
too
in the
many
car.
questions.
There's way too many.
3 seconds to answer the question.
You haven't got to answer all these questions on your test, by the way. You've got to know them because it could be any of them.
What? It
How
should
many
be
have you
multiple choice. You should have like
Yeah, they should
do
bring
this,
the
this,
screen
this,
in,
or this.
and they should go right. Answer these.
What question were
We're on 8,
of how many?
14.
21 altogether.
14.
Wow,
Oh,
they're
that's
sh-
not
no,
too bad.
no, they're
That's
showing
not
you-
too bad.
they're showing you
Actually.
ones
I
there.
thought there was 3 pages.
Tell me.
It's just big font.
No, right, focus.
That's why you got no in.
No,
Ah,
focus.
Sorry,
Focus.
it's a Fiesta.
Tell me.
Hey,
Wee.
get that?
Tell me how you check the brake lights are working on this car.
So you need 2 people for that, I would say. I might be wrong.
No, you're
don't tell
definitely
me I'm wrong.
No, no, you're definitely
Yeah, but
wrong.
you can tell the real answer, but I think you do. Because you need to press the brake, but then you'd have to walk around to visually see that. You'd need someone to press the brake for you,
Right.
wouldn't you?
So you know-
Unless you start off the test near mirrors.
So you know what you said about the
or like really good bus stop.
no, you said about the reflections when you see if you can test the
Yeah,
headlights
that's
and the tail light. So yeah, explain to operate the brake pedal, make use of reflections in the windows all the
Right, so saying there's no right, and this isn't even to be funny now. Saying there's no reflections, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You would need 2 people, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're winging it and you're guessing.
Make use
Or
of
you're like this.
Or ask, no, it does say or ask someone to help. It does say or ask
You
someone
are
to
allowed to,
Okay,
yeah.
so you can't have two people.
Yeah, well, you would.
There should be two of you.
You
shouldn't
would,
there?
you would if you were to check the brake lights, but not the headlights or tail lights. Though.
I didn't say that.
No, I know, but that's why I
Yeah,
don't.
but why couldn't you use reflections for that? You
Oh,
had
that's
to
what I
get
mean.
out
That's
for
what I'm
that
saying.
one.
Yeah, that on the
Why could you not make use of reflections for that one?
and
Like,
the and
you would
the
lose points.
and the indicators as well.
They make it up. I know it is safety. It is for safety.
Tell me how you check the power assisted
Question
steering
9.
is working.
You should start
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Go on.
Question 9.
Yeah.
Tell me how you check the power assisted steering is working before starting a journey.
So you would need to turn. You would definitely need to turn on the ignition for this, and you would slightly turn either right or left, and you would be able to tell by the weight of the steering if it was working or not.
So
Do you reckon?
the official answer is if the steering becomes heavy, the system may not be working properly before starting a journey. 2 simple checks can be made. Gentle pressure on the steering wheel, maintained while the engine is started, should result in a slight but noticeable movement as the system begins to operate. Alternatively, turning the steering wheel just after moving off will give an immediate indication that the power assistance is functioning.
There you go. And basically, I said that.
Yeah.
No
And
one.
number
They
10.
can't. They can't
Tell me,
say that.
tell me how you'd switch off.
Question 10.
Sorry, question 10. Tell me how you'd switch on the rear fog light and explain when you'd use it / them. You don't need to exit the vehicle for this one.
Because use reflections. No, so there is a fog light switch. You press that one, and you use it in foggy conditions or conditions where your view was limited,
So,
vision was limited.
operate switch, turn on dipped headlights and ignition if necessary, check warning light is on, explain use. Right.
Reflections.
Right, question 11.
Yeah.
Tell me how you'd switch your headlight from dipped to main beam and explain how you'd know the main beam is on.
So you would, on this car, for example, you'd flip the light switch forward, which will illuminate your high beam, and the reflection would be much more fierce, wouldn't it? Because the lights are brighter, so you'd know that it works.
So yes,
And there would also be, on your dashboard, there would be a light explaining, or showing you this, that they illuminate. It's blue, I think.
Yeah, that's it. That's
It's
it.
blue.
So operate switch with ignition.
You don't
or
really need to read out the
engine on
answer
if
for this one. I
necessary.
pretty much covered
Check
it.
the main beam warning light is on. So
Question
yeah, so
11.
that's right.
Got one
You
right.
got that right.
Yep.
Right, ready? You getting there?
12. Question
12. Open the bonnet and tell me how you check the engine
Without showing me.
engine has sufficient oil.
Okay, so, but just tell me.
Yep, just
So
tell
you
us.
would,
Tell me.
you would open the bonnet with the bonnet catch, which on this car is down to the left underneath the glove box. You would then exit the car, which I won't do now, and you would find where the oil dipstick is.
Yes.
You would need like a rag or a tissue for this, maybe. Not something that you've bought new. Don't
Yes.
use those because oil could stain. So use a tissue, or yeah, like I said.
Yeah.
And then you take the dipstick out, clean it off first because
Yeah.
it's not going to be accurate. Put it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and deep.
Yeah.
Put it back out, and then the oil should be up to a line, and you'll know how much oil is in there, basically.
Yeah. So
And
that's-
there's a gauge on there where it needs to be in between. If it's not in between that, you've got no oil, like, not enough oil, too much. Oil.
Yeah, that's
I think that's the second one he's got right today.
So identify dipstick / oil level indicator. Check of oil level against minimum and maximum markers.
Yeah.
I'd say you
Yeah,
did that right.
100%. Did they say anything about having a rag in that?
No rags. No.
No.
They want you to get dirty. Right, question 13. Open the bonnet and tell me you check that the engine has sufficient engine coolant.
So again, there is a tank in there, made quite obvious. It usually will look red unless you fill it with a kettle of water. We don't do that. So no, there's a tank and there's a min-max. It needs to be in between that level, and that would indicate you have enough or a sufficient amount of coolant, and it'd be safe to go, safe for your vehicle.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
identify high and low level markers on the header tank,
Yeah.
where fitted or radiator filler cap, and describe how to top up to correct level.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah. You got to take the top off. I'll just leave it for that.
So question 14.
It's the last one.
Yeah.
How many?
Open the bonnet and tell me how you check that you have safe level of hydraulic brake fluid.
Again, there's another tank, and there'll be a minimum maximum on that. and it would need to be in between that amount, and that's how you do it.
Cool.
This
So
would be like an oily colour, which you can visibly see, because
Yeah.
usually in something that looks like a milk carton.
Cool. So then, literally, the identify reservoir, check level against high and low
Reservoir.
markings. That's it. And then it would just go to the show me.
Nah. All jokes aside, all safety things, aren't they? It is all serious. Shows how much I don't know. Nah, unfortunately. Well, I do know. It's hard to explain, especially when you're on camera. But obviously the answers that Dan read out are official, and I hope that helped. Peace and love.
And then we can do that, and then we can do a show.